Question, right? So who has the more dropouts?
All right. So, hey, BK, you did a reaction video on our TikTok video a few months out. So we decided we saw this on TikTok.
Yeah, and you follow us here on TikTok, but you never like anything.
Why? What's up with that? Anyways, so we decided to do this because you're on TikTok now. So we're gonna do the TikTok. We got a little thing going on here.
Well, we talk about a lot of different things.
Yeah, we got a little thing going
opinions.
on, right? Unfavorable opinions. We got some prison wives that are like pissed off at us, you know, shit like that. Things in general. So this video, I like this video. It's good. And why do I have an interest to it? Because I'm Mexican, dude. I'm Chicana.
Growing up, these
And I'm from
conversations come up,
California.
right?
We live in
Yes.
California. We're in California. We're in Northern California.
And these topics always come up.
Yes.
Come
It
on.
doesn't matter. You could be the dorkiest Chicano.
Yeah.
Okay, Mexicano. And somebody will still ask you if you rep.
Yeah.
You're telling me you've never, I mean, I don't know where you guys exactly
These are just
hang
from
out.
our experiences
These are just our
growing up.
experiences.
Yeah.
And so it's just very interesting to me because I do, like, we've always had an interaction, a negative interaction with norteño dropouts,
Yes.
okay? And again, I know, and I've heard you say it in a couple of videos, and I've heard other YouTube guys say, like, oh, there's difference between ding ding and dropping out. I'm going to disagree with that. Although I don't have any, like, confirmation or anything like that, I'm going to disagree with it just because in the hair world, right? Because that's our thing, right? We do hair. We've been in hair business for over 20 years. We've worked for big organizations.
Yes.
Then now we work for ourselves, things like that. You still answer to someone.
Yes.
You always answer to someone, and you always got to pay back to someone.
Yeah.
You have to. It's just the way organizations run. It's just the way they run, okay? And I'm talking about the hair world here. So I can only imagine that organizations like these that you're talking about that have militant background are going to have some type of standard like that where you have to. It's part of the rules, okay? No, it's part of the rules, okay? So
That's why it's organized
Yeah,
crime.
that's why it's organized crime. But I'm not talking about organized crime, right? So that's what I'm saying. Another thing I just find interesting is that why are people talking about stuff from 20 years ago? I'm not talking about you
further back.
specifically because I haven't really watched too much of your stuff.
No.
But the other stuff that pops up in my feed, like that other guy that's being interviewed, that other
Yeah, there's a
guy
couple of them.
and stuff, and then they mention these dates, and it's like, wow, that was 20 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
20 years ago, I was banging. I was 100 pounds lighter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
so-
now everything on social media has evolved. So look, people are talking about, these sacred names of certain
Right.
organizations, and it's just so.
And
it's
why are we
interesting.
talking about it again? Because we're Chicanas. We're Chicanas. It always comes up, whether or not, depending wherever you are. Like us, we're everywhere. We
Yeah.
travel everywhere. We go down south. We go up.
And we're
north,
from
whatever.
Northern California.
and we don't go start any problems.
No.
You know, I play music.
It's all about respect.
But when I've played music, it does come up. Hey, you go play in Richmond.
Well, that is.
Like when I played
Yeah.
in Richmond that one time, remember? Okay, and now we're in start time. But where you have people asking, so like outside of the music, like,
Yeah.
what do you rep? What do you mean what I rep? Where are you from? Who you favor? Oh, I don't favor anyone. Ah, come on, you gotta
Yeah.
favor someone. It's like, well, no, because there's so many things I don't agree with. and I was taught, you don't start something you can't finish.
Yeah.
So that's how we feel, when it comes to dropouts. Anybody can be a dropout. We're not talking about just gangs. This particular video is
Yes.
talking about gangs. But we're talking about our video that we have about the dropout. We're talking about anybody starting something can't finish. They want to use their medical. They want to use family.
Justifying
To
and all
justify. No, the action is you fucking dropped out. You dropped out.
Yes.
And I would have more respect for a lot of these people. I'm not saying you. I'm saying just like people in general that are like, oh, it was this way. Oh, it was because
Blaming
of that.
other
Well,
people.
fucking dropout. Just say, you know what? I'm a fucking dropout. I couldn't do it. It's too fucking
Yeah.
hard. I got tired of fucking taking orders. I got tired of, whatever. I don't want to fucking do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then I'd have more respect. You're like, oh, okay, I can understand that. All right. I know, understand. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But don't come out here like, oh, 20 years ago when I was doing this and doing that.
Yeah, it's not valid anymore.
It's
out
not.
the window.
It's in the past.
That's just our opinion,
That's just
our
my
point
opinion.
of view.
It's like me, right? I've owned homes, I've owned businesses,
Yeah.
I've had fancy cars, I've had, bills in my pocket. That was then. So all of that, it's down the drain. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it happened, pero.
See?
So that's just my take on it. I'm gonna. I don't know if he gave his opinion.
He did say he thinks that it's more the norteños.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with that. Because all I know is Northern California. We've always lived in Northern California, and
Okay.
from what I have heard from certain people that we have had brief conversations with or whatever, I've heard that people down south do things a little differently. So maybe there's everybody pays to someone, right? So maybe there's some type of agreement there. I don't know. That's not my business.
Yeah, no nos metemos.
But in our experience here in Northern California, I've always had a better interaction with the guys who were sureños than the guys who are norteños.
Yeah, just our
That's
personal
just our personal
experiences.
interaction. You know, I'm talking about guys that like when I worked at the flea market, right, cutting hair, and like it was always the sureño guys. They'd be like, "Oh, can I help you take your bag?"
They're very polite and very
respectful. Oh, let me help
respectful.
you. And like the norteño guys, like, Psh, I ain't your daddy, and you know,
Straight
like these funny
Yeah.
gestures, jokes.
But then more goes into
And then it goes
right?
into us why we do the torta video. And if hopefully you guys, if you care, it gives you an understanding of our topics, why we talk about these topics, and why the opinion may be very strong. But it's because we've experienced these things. We're not just going around, somebody told me a story, I'm giving my take on it, things like that. But yeah, so I'm going to agree with you on that one.
And you see a lot of them on YouTube, too.
Oh, yeah.
You see a lot of norteño dropouts, and again, we've had interactions with some.
Yes.
But I liked this video. Since you're raza, I'm not going
Yeah.
to go stitch los gringos.
Because
that
I mean, the
talking
gringos
about
are
it.
talking about it too, right? The ex-gang member gringos, whatever. But to me, that's why I never could join a gang. I could never. I mean, unless there be changes, maybe not I'd join a gang. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But
Ya tan viejita.
Ruca, old hair. No, but I make sure my soul just fall in line. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Now we're just fucking around. But anyways, that's why I could never do it, because I never understood. But you know, now I understand. Now I understand. I didn't understand then. Why? Why are people accepting? Why do they accept these white boys? Why do they accept these, you know, black guys? Why is it Filipinos?
I
Whatever,
know,
whoever.
it's a different
but
type of
it's a
embracement,
different type of
right? It's
business,
that.
and it's a different type of embracement. And I had to learn that the hard way. I got told off very badly by someone, and I learned the hard way. They really sat me down and made me,
Because it's a whole
think
different.
straight.
It's a whole different ball game.
So yeah, so
yeah, with that, this is
that's what
just our point of view.
That's our
on
point
it.
of view with that. It's a whole lot of nothing.
But I mean,
It's
the
just for
whole
entertainment.
technology and like it's just so weird that with social media, like these topics are being talked about so openly and freely. People who have left the lifestyle, and I just always grew up knowing like, hey, you don't
There's
talk
certain
about that
things
stuff,
you
even
don't
if
talk
you're
about.
not
Even
part
if
of
you
it
know,
anymore.
even if you
But
have
now
good
it's-
information, like keep it to your fucking self. That's how people get in
But
trouble.
now it's like
keep it to yourself.
This
Calladito,
is trendy, I
más
guess.
bonito, calladito, más bonito.
Sí, pero
I mean, I can understand if you want to talk about your own stuff. I can understand that. I think that's where I get a little rubbed the wrong way. Where a lot of these channels, like, I want to hear about your guys' lifestyle. What exactly?
What are you doing now?
What exactly made you just like get so annoyed? Like, fuck you guys! I'm not doing this shit anymore. I've heard some little bits and pieces, but it's always that justification.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, I just got fucking tired. So much fucking.
And you'd have a lot more respect,
And
right,
I
for
would,
some
I
of these
would.
guys. right?
And who am I? No one. But I've been through some shit, and like just regular shit. And when I've talked to other people that we've had an interaction for, who are on the criminal side, and I'm not a criminal, I'm civilian, right? And they're like, damn, dude, that's crazy that you guys went through all this stuff, and you guys are still like, you know, you're still
Haven't given up.
pushing. You're still pushing. You're not being like most people. They give up, and then they want to make all these excuses.
And we've been told, you know, our opinions are very strong and all that.
Yeah.
And so
that's just our take on this. And again, it's not to piss anyone off.
No.
It's not to anyone. It's for entertainment. I mean, again, being a Chicana, Mexicana, these conversations,
They do.
I don't know
They
about
do.
you guys, but wherever we're at, they end up coming up. People
Yeah.
always want to know.
As far as
oh,
to
I got
our
blue
knowledge,
hair.
right?
Oh, you're sureña, low key.
Nunca,
oh,
I've
you
never
got,
heard que habían de veras unas norteñas. because
And I've
that's-
never heard of, actually, yeah, that's another thing too.
I know women who
that
are,
we've
like-
known who have done hard time, like down south. We have some people we know that have done hard time down south. We have some people that have done time over here, you know, at the local county jail and stuff. And like they say, like women they're no gangsters. Everyone's friends in there. Everybody wants to be friends. Some become lovers.
That's where I don't understand where a lot of these ladies
want to go real like hard. Maybe you can do a video on that, EBK, and educate us on the women, because I don't know. Maybe
The
people,
norteñas,
people
because,
say I talk a lot of shit, but I have a really curiosity.
some they say they're norteñas. Come
They
on.
say they're norteños, but then they marry sureños. That's what I never
Makes no
understood.
sense.
So somebody can give me some
Since it's on this
enlightenment.
subject, this topic,
Yes.
pues.
But yeah, thank you so much. Have a great Sunday.